welcome to another video. So this is a winter garden tour. So let us see what's happening in the garden. This time of year is near to Christmas, just a couple days leave, and I am in awe of this beautiful bloom that decided to bless me before Christmas is opening. It's the very first time this orchid bloom for me, and I'm telling you, she is gorgeous. Wow, look at that. It's beautiful. So I have her hanging on my veranda grill. She has given me 2 spikes, 1 2, and these 2 files in a 2 different type of files have it growing in this basket. So for us here in Jamaica in the winter, we get a lot of rain this year, but I should say that it's still pretty warm. I guess it will get colder going down, but it's still pretty warm. And just look at how beautiful this is. Oh my god. There is also another spike around here that's coming up on this other file in the same basket. I'm so excited for that. So the one that's now in bloom is a Ox Red Lion 1668. So my file is not doing bad. So let us tour around the garden, see what's happening with all the plants in my collection, and then we'll see how they're growing. So on this wall here I have some mini files. My mini files are not doing bad. The Phalaenopsis orchids really love the rain. I should say that they really love the rain. This Phalaenopsis mini file is in bloom. Yes, it's in spike. It bloomed for me already. I haven't cut off the old spike as yet, and it's blooming again. This one, I'm not seeing any spike, but she is also doing very good. This is a dendrobium. It's a young dendrobium that I purchased at a show that I went to. So I am just giving her time. It takes a little time for them to come up. This is my snake plants. As you know, I have not a good amount of snake plants, but I have a number of snake plants, and they're not doing bad either. Alright, so the heavy rains caused this dendrobium to look like this, so I need to spray her. So in a video, one of my subscribers asked me what insecticide do I use on my files or on my plants. I'm currently not using any. I can't remember the name of the one that I used last, so I need to go to AgroGrace, see if I can get a fertilizer for my plants and the insecticide and a fungicide, because I'm going to be doing some spraying over the weekend. Not this weekend though, but throughout the course of this week and next week, because I'm home for the holidays, so I can actually get some plant work done. And I also want to give you guys how I make these mesh baskets for my Phalaenopsis orchids, and they do very well in the mesh baskets and also the wooden baskets. The wooden baskets, I purchased those ready-made as they are, but this I make this one. So I'm going to show you guys how I make that, because I now have time on my hand and I can get around in the garden. This is a dendrobium orchid. Look at her. You see, they need to be sprayed. Too much water caused that. She is in bloom. The blooms are not as bright and beautiful as they usually are, and they're also not as big, but I am grateful. I don't know if it's because I have not been fertilizing my orchids, or if it's because of the rain and not enough sunshine, but I'm still happy I got some blooms. It's better than no blooms. So this orchid has given me 2 spikes, 2 separate stalks have given me spike. And my Phalaenopsis orchid, she has been in bloom through the weather. If you watch one of my previous videos, you see where she was already in bloom, and I was hoping that she could weather the storm, which she has, and she's still looking lovely. This is an old spike. This spike is an old spike from last year, and I decided I'm not cutting it, because I know sometimes you get kikis from the spike. So I am keeping my fingers crossed that I get a kiki from the spike. But look, I see something coming up here. Either it's going to be a bloom or a kiki. But nevertheless, this orchid has rebloomed, and it also sent me up another spike, which I am happy for. So watch out for this mesh container, mesh basket, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it mesh basket. Watch out for my mesh basket tutorial, and I hope your files will do as great as my files. This is another phalaenopsis. This blooms white with a little speck of purple on it. This one has given me, all right, we have 1, 2, 3 spikes on this file. So it is doing its thing. It's a very beautiful bloom. So 2 of the spikes is from the mother plant. Yes, 2 of the spikes are from the mother plant, and 1 of the spikes is from the kiki. Well, she's no longer kiki, right, if she's blooming. And she's also in this winter basket, roots all over the place, doing good. I realize files love that, to have their roots just all over the place. And I also have this other dendrobium. It's a dendrobium LD pink. It has been in bloom for a couple months now. I have done several videos on this orchid. It's a constant bloomer since recently, because it took a while to start blooming for me actually, but now that it has been blooming, it is a constant bloomer. It's beautiful. Again, it is going through the storm, the rain, and I'm just hoping for the best. Need to spray. Need to spray. This is a Cattleya orchid. I love Cattleya orchids, but these babies take time to bloom for me. So I am just getting the, hands down, pat down care on how to really care for this type of orchid. So it bloomed for me already. All the blooms fell off, and now it has given me a new spike that's coming up. Grateful again. This dendrobium, it needs to be sprayed. You see, most of my orchids need to be sprayed. The rain is doing them really bad. Look at this. If I come really close, I think, you see those? Yes, those are some small insects. It needs to be sprayed. I need to see if I can get something to spray them on Monday, and then I can do a video showing how I spray and take care of my orchids by spraying and fertilizing them. But nevertheless, she is also in bloom. This is a dendrobium Madame Splash. The blooms on this are gorgeous, like gorgeous. And look who is also in bloom. This is my Sun Vanda, the only Sun Vanda that I have. I really love this Sun Vanda. It's doing really good. So the orchids that do the best for me in the rainy season would be my Sun Vanda and my Phalaenopsis orchids. And my Cattleya somewhat. My Sun Vanda, my Phalaenopsis orchid, and I also have a Shade Vanda. Doing really well. Look at all these blooms. So nice. This is a lady of the night. She blooms white. She has been weathering the rain as well, not doing bad. And this Sun Vanda had given me a kiki. The kiki is looking okay. It has grown a lot. It's soon time for me to remove this kiki. So I had followed the recommendations of some of my viewers and subscribers, and who told me to put this orchid in more sun. You see, you have fat pseudo bulbs. So it's an encyclia orchid. So I put it in an area that it's getting a lot of sun. So let us hope that it blooms soon. I have two of them. So I have one at the bottom, and I have it in sun, and I have this one at the top. These are some other orchids that I purchased. They haven't bloomed for me. It's a type of vanda. I think it's also a sun vanda. Blooms red, but it's not like that one that I showed you earlier. Who seem to be loving the rain? My monstera. My monstera is loving this cool weather. It's loving the rain, and it's doing gorgeous. Look at her. She is so beautiful. Taking over her space right there. And then I have this ZZ plant. ZZ plant not doing bad either. But I should say this one not doing. It's a prayer plant. This one is very finicky for me. It comes up, it gives me pretty shiny green leaves, and then after a while they turn yellow. I put this plant multiple places, bathroom, veranda, but it does best out here, so I'm leaving her be right out here. And then down here I have this. It's a type of alocasia, doing really good right here. Loves the rain as well, because I've had it in this spot in the rain, but there's a shade cloth above it so it doesn't get the direct sun. And then I have that, I think it's a philodendron Prince of Orange or something like that. I thought it was a black cardinal, but I was told that the black cardinals are more dark and this more looks like a Prince of Orange. Only one leaf comes out and look like that, and when the leaf matures, then you know it starts to look different. Okay. This one is loving the rain. This, or it's an African monk orchid, I think. Yes, hope that's the correct name. Yes, it's an African monk orchid. I did a video when I repotted this orchid, because funny story, I had this orchid mounted to the tree. It wasn't doing good, and then one of my viewers told me that it should be in soil, so I put it in semi-soil, charcoal, give it a little more moisture, and it has been doing very good. It bloomed for me, and it has also seeded. So I'm just going to leave the seeds and let them open and blow where the breeze blow them where they want to go and grow where they want to go, because I realize it's also a ground orchid, so it grows underground. This is my shade vanda. My shade vanda normally blooms right after my sun vanda. I don't see a spike as yet on her, but I'm hoping to see one pretty soon. And I have her in this hanging basket under the shade cloth and a tree, doing good. This Shidia also doing great. So you see, our winter is not as bad as the US and other countries who have a lot of snow and a lot of ice that covers their plants, and then everything goes, and then everything comes back up in the spring. Even though ours, they might slow down in growth, but they don't all die off or wither away. We still have them, and then in the spring, they get more abundant. So yeah, so this is a phalaenopsis orchid that I have under this tree. I had saved this orchid because it was dying, and now I know it's okay because it has given me new roots, and new roots on an orchid is always a good sign that it is coming back around. So I might not do a full tour, but I'll just be highlights of the garden in the winter time here in Jamaica. And I realize the old man beard, it loves the cool time, so that's also a plus. And my Hoyas are doing fine. This is a Hoya lacunosa. It was recently in bloom. but most of the blooms have fallen off. You know, they don't stay in bloom for very long. My bromelias, they are in love with this weather, and I realized that since the rain and we're getting a lot of rain and stuff like that, these bromelias have become very shiny, very shiny, very shine, very pretty, very sleek, and I'm loving it. And I also see these pothos that had died, it's coming back, so that is good. So these are beautiful, beautiful bromelias. This has a baby on it right here. This is the baby, needs to be removed. So I'm hoping to do a lot of plant care and preparation video over the break that I'm home, and see, because when I know when I go back to work, it's going to be crazy busy. So I just need to get a lot of things done. So this is what is happening on this side. My Hoya carrier is outside. I see it put out the things to bloom, but no bloom as yet. My snake plants are not doing bad. They are doing really good. This is a snake plant arrangement that I did some time ago. I need to probably redo her because she has been through the weather. I need a standing pot so I can redo her. And guys, I want to go to I want to see if I can go and get some pots for my plants and stuff like that, to see, you know, what can be done. I don't know if something is eating this, but I don't think so. And I haven't been around them much lately because the rain and so forth, to work back indoors. So now that I'm on break, I'll definitely get some things done. And then this garden, this is just a grown thing. I don't have a pineapple there, some few other little things, a bromelia, a rose bush, and then this epicea. So these orchids that I have here, none of them are currently in bloom. They are under my ackee tree. They have come out fine with the rain and everything, and they're doing just great. And this one seems to really love the rain, because trust me, she has gotten so big since the rain, and I haven't planted her here for a very long time. So guys, in our garden, it's different from a lot of countries. I know countries in the Caribbean, we experience the same climates along with some other countries, and we are blessed to not have the cold season like some other countries, and have the, you know, snow and whatever, even though it's a good experience. But when it comes onto the plants, we are definitely blessed. So I did not get a chance to show you everything in the garden because I start this video late and it's now coming down to the evening time. But we will be in the garden for the next 2 weeks, so you will see multiple videos from me over the next 2 weeks span. And if you have made it this far, remember to hit the subscribe button so you never miss anything I post. Interact with me under my posts and let's have fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.